Welcome to Key Tech. Please describe this channel if you are interested in today's video. Chips are becoming more and more important, but they are still a commodity after all. Only by entering the market and generating benefits can chip companies be promoted to form a positive cycle. However, the United States has used chips as a tool of sanctions and has repeatedly interfered. Although this will have a certain impact on Chinese companies, the chip companies that have been interfered will also suffer as a result. Ren Zhengfei has predicted this. Recently, Ren Zhengfei's prediction is becoming a reality, and the three major chip giants in the United States have begun to act. For example, the chip ban in the United States before was caused by Huawei's 5G global leadership. It was worried that it would affect other people's safety. In fact, it was because it touched people's cheese, so it used chips to restrict it, so as to sanction and suppress the development of Chinese companies. First, let Qualcomm, Intel and other US companies stop supplying 5G and other chips, and then let TSMC stop manufacturing Kirin high-end chips. This series of operations has indeed had a considerable impact on Huawei. As a result, the mobile phone business has plummeted, and revenue has also been affected to a certain extent. However, the chip companies that participated in the sanctions as required are not having a good time, especially US companies, which have suffered heavy losses as a result. Since then, the chip issue has become an important issue that Huawei urgently needs to solve. In this regard, Yu Chengdong once said that he regretted not laying out chip manufacturing. He believed too much in the global division of labor before, which led to the situation that no chips are available now. But this is not actually Huawei's problem. Apple, Qualcomm, and MediaTek only do chip design, and chip manufacturing is handed over to wafer manufacturers such as TSMC and Samsung. It has been very difficult for Huawei to achieve world-class chip design. Besides, chip manufacturing cannot be done by one company. What is needed is the cooperation of all aspects of the industrial chain. Huawei's original slogan was to use the best parts and tools in the world to build the best products in the world, so it has always adhered to the globalization of the industrial chain. But the United States has broken this situation, focusing on restrictions on chips. In an interview in 2019, Ren Zhengfei said that chips are still a global solution, and the chip restrictions in the United States will make all parts of the world value chips very much. The world will be an era of surplus chips in the future, and some people will beg China to buy chips. Unexpectedly, the chip surplus will come so soon. The chip inventory of US companies is very serious, and the three chip giants have begun to act. First up is nvidia. Last year, the United States banned the sale of two of the most advanced chips, A100 and H100, to Chinese companies on security grounds. You must know that the more advanced the chip, the higher the profit. Chip companies use advanced chips to make more profits. However, shipments of advanced chips are banned. Of course, nvidia will not be reconciled to being damaged. For this reason, it has launched an A800, which is called a special version of the chip for China, which can replace the A100 that is restricted from export, and complies with the new US export control regulations. And also said that it is developing H800, an alternative chip to H100, for purchase and use by Chinese companies such as Ali, Baidu and Tencent. Next is Intel. Among the chip giants of US companies, Intel has suffered the most, and of course it is more anxious to clear its inventory. As China is the largest semiconductor market in the world, Intel naturally pays more attention to it, and has also launched a special version of CPU for China. Similar to nvidia, Intel launched two special processors, and also made it clear that these two CPUs will be sold in mainland China, and this is not a castrated version, but a high-end configuration with higher processing performance, but cheaper prices. Intel's purpose is to try to please Chinese consumers in order to promote chip sales and ease the pressure of declining performance. Then there is Qualcomm. Compared with nvidia and Intel, Qualcomm is more dependent on the mainland market, and revenue from the mainland accounts for as much as 67.1%. After the implementation of the US chip ban, Huawei alone lost $8 billion every year. Although Qualcomm has obtained relevant licenses such as 4G to ship to Huawei, chip products such as 5G are now the most profitable. But in this way, the United States has reported that it will cancel 4G and other licenses. This made Qualcomm unbearable, because the decline in performance has been very serious, so it directly stated at the financial report meeting that Huawei's 4G shipments will not be affected, and the license will last for many years. It can be seen that none of the three major chip giants in the United States wants to give up their Chinese business customers, because they understand that the mainland is the world's largest semiconductor market. You must know that 70% of the world's chips will travel to the mainland, and restrictions will only cause greater losses. More importantly, the US chip restrictions have aroused China's determination to develop chips, and the mainland's chip production capacity has begun to increase rapidly, which will naturally reduce chip imports. Today, the actions of US companies show that they have begun to try to get China to buy chips. Regarding the actions of the three major chip giants in the United States, some foreign media directly stated, the three major chip giants in the United States are equivalent to betraying the United States. Thank you for watching this video. You can like and share our videos and put your ideas in the comment.